My name is Nelson Alvarez. This is my third podcast. I'm here interviewing the Nelson Alvarez. So tell me about yourself. What brought you here, and tell me about yourself.
So, my name's Alvarez. Like you said before, I'm 17 years old. My birthday is April 24th, 2005, and I like to play football. I guess I'm currently in school. I'm about to graduate next year. Pretty excited, which I'm not, kind of. I don't know. It's nervous, you know. But yeah. It's good. I guess it's nice to meet you.
Do you have any like hoes, or are you talking to anyone currently, or have you just recently been in one recently? I guess.
So currently, I just got myself out of one. I don't want to brag about it, or I don't really want. I don't like talking about it. But honestly, um, I felt confused after a relationship. Uh, like I guess when you're in one, events around you, time goes so slow around you. But when you're in a relationship, it's like it's so fast. You don't even realize it. I don't know if that makes sense to you in any way, but the stuff I've been seeing about her lately, the stuff she's been posting, it really shows who she really is, I guess. Because okay, so the thing is, what's the word? It's like a facade. So what I mean by that word basically means they build this personality when you're with them, and they build this like personality, and so you believe that's who they were before you even met them. But I I knew who she was. I knew what she did before we were in a relationship, and honestly, like it made me think about would she do that behind my back? And like she really loved me and stuff like that, and I loved her too. But it like I can't marry a woman with that type of stuff. Like the thing is with the stuff I heard about is that women, they look into our future, like, and as for men, they look into their past. And I think that's a great advice to me, because like I can see it. I can literally see it. And she's not the type of woman I want her to be the mother of my children's, and I just don't really want that. And we were in for at least 10 months. 10 months. I could have said that, or I could have broke up way before, and it's been on my mind a lot lately. Um, I regret it. I do. I really do. It's like the last word she told me was, uh, when she said this, uh, "You're getting what you wanted to focus on yourself," and that one got me. So like the way she said it and the way she sounded, it it dropped my heart dropped. And this other line she said, which is I blocked her and everything. I blocked her on Real, Live 360, my location, uh, Instagram, Snapchat, all social media you could even think of. But she also said, "Please know that I loved you," and it made me think like, what what I did, was it the right thing or the wrong thing? People will think that people say I'm assuming what I think. Girls will think what I did was the bad thing, but for guys personally, they will say what I did was the right thing for me. And I want to pay her back. I really do. Like the amount of things she's done for me, I want to pay her back, because it was fun being with her. But I I have like a thing, I guess, like a part of me said to not marry her, but another saying to marry her. And I one of the reasons why I couldn't really be with her is because I couldn't trust women. I don't trust women. Not no no like not like as a not like a sexist way. If I'm not trying to be sexist, but it's just like they use their emotions, their words to like get to you, and she did get me there. But I started to learn how to not be emotional. I guess if this makes any sense, I train my mindset to not feel any like emotions feeling when she cries to me, because the amount of time I made her cried, it stressed me out, it exhausted me, and I hated seeing her cry because she she cried so much. I just didn't want her to go through the same pain that I keep giving. I don't know how. I somehow kept making her suffer. It wasn't my goal, not my intention at all. I wanted to be with her, but it's just you can't make the way I could say is that as you will meet more important people in your life, but those important people will fade away, and you'll find more new important people. And I just don't know.
Are you looking for a relationship? I guess. Like, are you talking to anyone right now?
Yeah, I'm single. I'm not looking for one, but I'm committed to being one though. I do have girls talking to me, and they're not from the school because the girls in this school they hate me. It's because I'll be defending myself in some situations, and in the situations that I be in, they make themselves more the victim, and so when I defend myself, they act like they're the victims. If that makes sense. But I am talking to someone. I'm not trying to even be in a relationship though. I consider them as just friends, not like friends with the benefits or.
So, tell me, how do you feel right now? I know that that sounds like a lot, but how do you feel right now?
Um, how do I say it? I think the stuff she's been posting after when we broke up, it's been at least three or more, or at least 3 or less weeks since we broke up. She changed her profile pic. She basically like you can see it's a bunch of old videos and pictures of her from like last year basically, and I like she has like her smoking, and then like her in a cute outfit, but her tits are sticking out, and that's who she really is. That's the woman that I know before I even like dated her, and it really proved my point because I think I should be lucky that I got myself out of a relationship because girls at a young age they don't seem to understand how to focus on themselves and how to look for the I all I can say is they don't seem to understand. Like I don't know. I really didn't want to break up with her, but I it just had to happen. But I'm feeling good. I feel like I think
What stuff has she been posting? Like, you mentioned it, but you didn't say anything specifically like what she was posting.
um so my friend she added my friend to her private story, and I knew damn well he wasn't part of her private story. She's been trying to get my attention. I don't know if she's been trying to get my attention, but she posted the other day somebody, or it was one of her friends, somebody get her for Valentine's Day, and I guess my friend showed it to me, and I guess that's like a way to what I think she's trying to get on my nerves to piss me off, and which it yeah it did, but she just wants my attention. She wants me to like make contact, like to be the first one to contact her, and my best like decision right now is to just avoid every single contact or any attention or any like thing that post is related about me. Oh no, it was the other thing. What I did discover it on my own. She has her friends instigating me, and basically, so one of her friends is a trainer, and she was there for the soccer game to make sure if none of us got hurt or to bring water, and basically, I she texted me the next day that she was like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Yeah." Why? It's because you looked pretty grumpy during the soccer game. I was like, "Oh, it's because people. That's how people be telling me that, but that's the way I look sometimes." And she was like, "Good," or "Oh." She was like, "Oh," just like OH, no, nothing else. And I left her on open. And from there on, I knew immediately she has to know that like me and her broke up because she's a really close friend to her than close friend to me. And the way I discovered this because she would have asked me that question right after the game or during the game. Why would she ask me that the next day? That wouldn't make any sense. And And I was like, I know she's instigating, and and like I just left her open because from there on I don't need to make any contacts with friends. I don't need to make any like contact with friends from or her friends. You know what I mean? And I know she has a brother that goes to the school. She's been like I guess keeping an eye on me. She has some connection on these freaking freaking city, so I gotta keep myself low profile. Can't be detected at any cost because I blocked her and everything, made my account private, and I just I feel like she will come back and do something because that's how a toxic relationship. That's how it's gonna be. Everywhere you go is come back to you, especially when they want to to affect your reputation or release some videos or pictures. Which, if it does happen, I will definitely be like, "Yep, that's mine. That's mine right there. That's my picture." And so, what? I just honestly, that's gonna be the most awkwardest thing. I swear. Yeah.
Do you think the relationship was a waste of time, or or what? Tell me, what do you think of it? Was it a waste of time or not?
Honestly, I think I really wished we never met in the first place because everything was such a bad timing. The way how things turned out for me and her couldn't be any worse. I really like if I had the chance or the wish to like go back in time, that's the one thing I would change from my past. Like honestly it was a waste of time, but it was a great time. The amount of things we done together, it was fun, but she would hate me because of the I guess the way I am. I always I always wanted to like help her, but you can't change someone. That just cannot happen. They have to do it on themselves, on their own. And I guess between me and her is just more of a lesson than a blessing. Um, honestly, I would I would honestly I don't want to see her.
Or have you guys ever broken up before? That's the question.
We actually broke up once, but that was during summer. It was right after her birthday. And the main reason it had to happen is that because it couldn't work out. My parents didn't like her. And there's some reasons behind it, but that's out of the question, but we couldn't do it because I wasn't allowed to hang out during that time, and I couldn't do much because I was more on going to the gym and focusing on myself, and that was one of the reasons why we broke up the first time. But we got back to each other, and the major reason we got back to each other was like being in the school here, and I didn't block her. I did not block her at all. The first time we broke up, we somehow managed to talk to each other. I guess back to I don't know how I don't know how the hell it even happened, but we were talking and stuff like that. Like the other day, I was with my parents, like shopping some furnitures, and she was like, "Hey," I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "You want to go somewhere?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll see if we can make it work." And she was like, "You want to go to the State Fair?" I was like, "Yeah, the one all the way in Dallas," but she was like, "Nah, the one in Denton." Because I didn't know there's a State Fair. I don't know there's a State Fair here in Denton, and I was like, all right, so let me just see if I could make time. Which we did this during school. I skipped some periods to even like for it to even happen. So I paid for my ticket and she paid for her ticket because back then I had money and I didn't work. I saved money from like during the summer, and we went through a lot of roller coasters. We did some like we went to this like pirate ship and it would just go up and down some roller coasters, a Ferris wheel. It was so much fun. I got some pictures of it too. I'll just take pictures of like the festival. But I bought her this stuffed animal. It's like a horse, and it was like at least $45. And that was our first time hanging out, and it was the best day I ever had with her, or the best day with anyone else. I could not like the way I looked at her. I in my mind at that moment, I told myself she was the most prettiest woman I ever seen in my life, and I was so that moment really like mm, I my it was going through my heart, not through my mindset, and that day got me so attached to her that I forgot about everything. Like I forgot who I even was or what I was doing. I thought everything did not mean anything to me except her. And she named the or when we got back home, she named that, or we were on FaceTime stuff like that, and she named the animal, his stuffed animal, Ignacio. And or I brought up that name because she was like, "You want to name the stuffed animal?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And it took a few names, but Ignacio was the one name that I came up with because I always loved. Yeah, she named Ignacio, and ever since I bought her that stuffed animal, she would sleep with it almost like, kind of every week, every month. Um, and when we broke up, which was a few weeks ago, uh, I told her that I was gonna pay her back for everything she's done for me, but she said no, don't worry about it. Um, and she just brought it up. She was like, I'm keeping Ignacio, and I said no, but uh, I'm gonna fight for it because I really done enough damage to her, and I honestly, if I had the chance to steal that stuffed animal, I definitely would, because that's fucking mine. I bought it with my own money, and it's not yours, so it's mine. Most likely she'll be a bitch about it and slap me or something like that, but it's mine. Which most likely I'm not gonna see that stuffed animal ever again. I I know it's a stuffed animal, but I want it. That's mine for me to keep. Yeah, but that day was the day that brought us together, and she's been pushing it. So during the relationship, she kept telling me that we're not officially together, and I was like, well, how are we not officially together? She was like, it's because you didn't ask me out yet. I was like, oh, well, it's because I need to be confident with my the day when I do it. And she was like, okay, okay. But over time, she kept pushing and pressuring me to do it. I was like I told you, I need to trust you even more. And she cried sometimes for because of like I didn't ask her out. And the day we did it, or I did it, I planned it out, had it sorted. I bought her like a Pandora bracelet and a James Avery like a white heart shaped. And my plan for the Pandora bracelet was to like each each time when I buy her like a charm, it would just it would only be the charms that I buy her to go through the bracelet. And I bought her like a locker thing. It was like a lock that says "Be Mine." I thought it was the cutest thing. Yeah, but she kept pressuring me. I didn't feel satisfied with it. She didn't like what I said to her when I gave it to her. She was like, why do you feel so weird about it? Well, I said I felt weird about it, and she was like, why do you feel weird about it? I was like, it's because I don't feel sad. I don't. It's because this is what you wanted. And she was like, well, yeah, but I didn't feel confident. I didn't like it. It's because being in a relationship, it takes time. 10 months, people will say that's a long time. No, it's not. It's not a long time. It's not a long time at all. It makes you want to cry sometimes to, to even think about it. But
So for the final question, would you go back to her if you had a chance to?
the way I could say it is that from my heart, from my heart, would say yes. But the way I think would say no. there's reasons for me to go back to her. I would go. Well, that's from. I just caught my feelings there for a second. No, I wouldn't go back to her. But 10 months, that it is a lot. It is a lot of time, but to me, it's not. 10 months was a waste for the both of us. And after when we broke up, like I told you before, the stuff she's been posting, she got her friends instigating me, her brother especially. Um, I gotta watch my steps. I have not posted anything because I told her if we break up together or if we break up, I'm gonna focus on myself, not use social media at any point. And she's been posting stuff about me to get on my nerves. She posted that one picture I told you, somebody get her for Valentine's, and she got her friend instigating me. Um, she's just been trying to do stuff to get my attention, and I've been just ignoring her, just like to be calm in some situations where you can't control it, and that's where I'm in. That's the kind of situation I'm in right now. And my friends have been telling me the stuff she's been posting, what she's been doing, and I'd be like, wow, that's who she really was. It really upsets me because whoever I was dating in that relationship was not her. That was someone I don't even know who that even was. I don't know her at all. That person is gone, most likely. Like I told you, I knew who she was from the beginning. I knew what she did, and I think I should be lucky that I'm either one. I'm not gonna be one ever again. Or high school relationships are not worth it for me. High relationships are not even worth it from the beginning. The first thing you should do is focus on yourself. Reach the goal you want to where you want to reach, and once you get what you get, you become this person, or you can look for someone. Because I feel like I'm in my beta phase, if you know what that means. I'm not in my alpha phase. I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I have a lot more stories to tell you about, but I could be in a lot of different podcasts. But yeah.
Well, that's a lot to take. So I would definitely bring you back one day. That's I wow, left me speechless. But thank you for coming to my podcast for the first time. This is my first podcast, as I told you before. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for attending to my podcast, and see you guys in the next podcast. Thank you.